Hi, this is Kerry Artag with Wicked Stocks bringing you the daily Tesla report for Monday, December 5th, 2022. Before I jump into the charts, I just want to encourage you to please click like if you haven't already each and every time you watch the daily Tesla report or the daily Apple report. It helps us out a great deal. Subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel, and if you would, please share the content with friends and colleagues. So this backtracks a bit, shows you an early October sell signal that anticipated bearish continuation within 2 to 3 months into what is now 167.28 to 175.39, a band of channel support that we tested a lot over the last few weeks. We even had a daily settlement just below this area, and I'll show that right here. That was a Monday, actually 2 weeks ago today, Monday. And, at the time I said we need another day to clarify whether this is truly an actionable sell signal or not. The following day, we rallied, closed higher on the day, not so fast, merely testing long-term support all along, and we've come off of it nicely. The big question is whether we're going to get buy signals now to the upside. So this long-term support area able to contain selling through Q1, and as I've been saying, above which I've been saying the 260s, but let me show you, I did some new analysis here based on recent lows, and we have a new descending 1/3 speed line that takes into account the low that was put out a couple of weeks ago, presently at 242.85. And so this is sort of the new, in reach over the next couple of months, 242.85. And, as we push well into 23, Q2, Q3, Q4, this area up here, not out of the question. This is the channel top to the channel support that we've been testing in the upper 160s, low 170s the last few weeks. And so 2 to 3 months, 242.85, could be sooner. I'll get to that in a moment. And over the next 5 to 8 months, kind of guessing, 329.54, not out of the question. I know that's a big far-fetched right now, but that is the channel top to the channel bottom, and these channels have a way of drawing the market. So we've tested the channel bottom in the 167.28 to 175.39 area that I can show once again here, and the channel top, once again to all that, is 329.54. And on the way up, we have a meaningful 1/3 speed line at 242.85. Now, 1/3 speed line has a 2/3 speed line, and that, as it turns out, is in very close correlation with the channel top as well. So I like when these line up. It has a way of sort of, hinting that the low that we put out is good. So when the speed lines line up beautifully with the channel tops, it tells me that we may actually have a pretty good low now. Now we'll see how that plays out. The next test is 204.14 to the upside, and that you can see here. Now there's a lot going on this chart, but 204.14, as I've been saying, has been considered a 1 to 2 week target following the test of long-term support. We're a couple of weeks into that. We may well reach 204.14 today. 204.14 is a combination descending 2-month channel top and 4 or 5 month descending 1/3 speed line, both trend defining, able to contain weekly buying pressures, 204.14. And we could even fall off from here into later December off of 204.14. Now for the day, I've got 189.81 that you can see here as a soft intraday pivot point. This may actually contain daily lows. It is a rising channel bottom over the last week and a half of activity. 189.81, able to contain at least intraday selling, possibly daily selling pressures, and above which there's nothing but minor points on the way up to 204.14. So 204.14 in reach today, once again, able to contain weekly buying pressures, and once tested, we could fall back into long-term support between 167.28, 175.39, represented here as horizontal lines, but on the weekly chart, these longer-term channel bottoms that you can see here. Now, if we do close above 204.14, I should draw a horizontal line up here. I'm going to say 2 to 3 weeks, that 242, where are you? 242 descending 1/3 speed line. So this is our big mid to longer term resistance. In other words, if we close above 204.14, 2 to 3 week target at 242.85, this would then be by the end of the year, probably the week of Christmas, where we could top out well into Q1. I'm going to say through January. and possibly into later Q1. We could fall off from here back to long-term support in the 167.28 to 175.39 area. Within a month or two of doing so, we could fill that wedge out for several months. And it would be a settlement above 242.85 that would tell me that, yes, we enter another phase of meaningful recovery. And then within 3 to 5 months of doing so, we should then push into the 320. So it is a bit stair step right now. But as I say, this 320 channel top, not out of the question as we move into later 23, holding above the channel bottom, 167.28 to 175.39. Just so you know, a WickedStocks.com membership delivers regular daily video analysis in the SPY and Triple Q, weekly video analysis in the S&P 500 index, the NASDAQ 100 index, and a U.S. Treasury ETF, and 2 individual stock pick videos every week. Check out our other content by clicking the link below. Let's talk downside today. You know, this 189.81 level, if we break or open below 189.81, 185.02 is likely, and that is that former 2-week channel top here that can contain daily selling pressures. We may bottom out here into later week, turn back up to 204.14. So 185.02 is actually well suited for you swing traders, 3 to 5 day swing traders. You're buying 85.02 and covering, taking profits at 204.14, selling 204.14, buying back at 185.82. I think that is your sort of 3 to 5 day scenario. Your day trade scenario is 189.81 support, 204.14 resistance. Then you're selling a break of 189.81 to 185.02. That's the day trade. If we close below 185.82, we have but another day or two before retesting this long-term support between 167.28 and 175.39, which once again can contain selling through the first quarter, possibly well into 23. We would have a significant sell signal at the end of the week if we close below this 167.28 channel bottom by the required 1% margin, which would be 165.61 or lower on Friday. If that happens, we close Friday 165.61 or lower, we enter a meaningful sell phase. I'm not even going to go there right now because it's not even worth it, but it would probably involve the 110s or lower as we move into Q2. That's as much as I'm going to say about that. I'm just scanning the charts here to see if there's anything else worth mentioning. Yeah, I'm going to say this. This is the Triple Q. The Triple Q posted a buy signal last week above this speed line. On the weekly chart, not by the 1% margin, but on the daily chart, yes. So it is a bit of a mixed bag with the Triple Q. Are we going to get a sustained rally into Q1? And I'm going to say if we can close above 296.89 at the end of this week in the Triple Q, all systems go to the upside as we move into later Q1. Within 2 to 3 months, 3 to 5 at the most, 348.15 than anticipated. And I mentioned the Triple Q because, you know, Tesla is a prominent part of that index. And so, you know, if we can get a settlement above 296.89 at the end of this week in the Triple Q, and by the way, I do a daily Triple Q report you might want to take a look at, wickedstocks.com. That is a premium package, daily Triple Q, daily SPY, a number of other items that you might make good use of if you're an aggressive, or even not an aggressive, just a swing trader. I've got Triple Q and daily SPY analysis on a day-to-day basis you might find very useful in your SPY and Q trading. I think that pretty much rounds it out for Monday's Daily Tesla Report. I'll be back tomorrow with Tuesdays, and you have a great day.